Welcome Wenatchee fans to the State of Washington Tier 1 U16 playoffs, as we're going to have the Wenatchee Wilderness going up against the Seattle Snow King Junior Thunderbirds for this February 23rd, 2020 championship final. We're here in Kennewick, Washington, the site of the championship game, as Seattle will go against Wenatchee in the first matchup between these two on Friday. Wenatchee was able to come together with an overtime win, and then each team then proceeded to play Everett 2 times and defeated them both, or both teams defeating Everett twice, to come to this final game for the championship. Both teams have now stepped away from the nets, had their final little cheer as Mr. Bobby goes into the net for Wenatchee, and it looks like Andy Vlaha is going to be in the net for Seattle. We're going to have the national anthem here as both teams are going to the blue lines, and we'll stop for just a second to listen to that national anthem and get ready to start the game. So bear with me as we're going to go ahead and not discontinue the recording as we stand for the national anthem. And there we go with the national anthem as these two teams get ready to slug it out one more time. Both teams will be going to Pacific Districts as Washington State will send 2 16 teams. So this game is a matter of seeding and pride in the state of Washington. Yesterday, the Wenatchee Wolves U18 were able to take a victory over Everett Junior Silvertips to secure their state championship and seed in the Pacific Districts. And today we're going to see if Wenatchee Wilderness can do the same thing. I know many of the names of the Seattle teams and I'll try to use them, but I'm much more familiar with the Wenatchee as there's some news players for Seattle. But I will try to do play-by-play using names on both ends, and just forgive me if I make a mistake, as both teams have now positioned themselves on the ice to get ready for this game. Coming in is Cade Littler to take the face-off duties, and McCarriger for Seattle. Yates and Flynn will be on the other line, and Jensen and Carruthers on the defense as Wenatchee takes control of the puck off the face-off to begin this game. Comes up in the neutral zone, taken back by Warham, I believe, by Seattle. As the first shot is on Bovey. He makes a good stop off the shoulder pads and deflects it out in front. Puck's now into the slot. Big battle going on now back into the corner as McCarriger gets to it, but Wenatchee's going to take control, send it towards the neutral zone. And a high stick means Seattle's going to take control, and Warham does. Now back in the neutral zone. Littler with the puck. Steps into the Seattle end. Shot deflected off to the left and goes in behind the net. Number 13 for Seattle is going to carry it through into the Wenatchee end, take it back into the right corner. Comes in towards the board on a good stick check by Wenatchee, and now it's into the neutral zone. Wells with the puck. Dropped into the Seattle end, and they quickly put it back into the neutral zone. Cathy gives it up to over towards Ball, and a big hit there at the mid-ice by Seattle is number 5. That'd be Shaw. Steps up to put a hit onto Hodgson, I believe. Now Martin sends it up into the Wenatchee end where Bovey's going to deflect it off to the right. Picked up by Wunschel. Wunschel sticks it behind the net. Now Ball with the puck. Pressure by number 11 for Seattle. And it comes into Zach Johnson. Zach Johnson has it deflected towards Ball, and now back in the neutral zone is this game. Oh, and now McCarriger with an opportunity as puck steps up. McCarriger with the shot and stopped in front by Wunschel. Sent over to the left side, carried forward into the neutral zone by Wenatchee. Picked up there by Alonso, who gives it straight back to number 29. Now at mid-ice, trying to find a way through into the Wenatchee end, back towards the left corner and behind the net. Wunschel with the puck, sends it over towards the left board. Can't get it out of the neutral zone. That was Stenholm with the puck. Now out in front, good block there by Cathy and a bevy of others is front of the net. It's contact to make the shot go wide left. Whistle. As the net comes off the post, this was a common problem last night in the Wenatchee-Everett game, as I believe we had about 8 stoppages for the net being lifted off the post. Happening once again as we get a whistle. Now in the left circle, we'll have the face-off. That was Stenholm, comes back toward Wenatchee, wrapped around onto the right board, sent into the neutral zone and pushed forward. Seattle taking control, but quick move there by Stenholm, gets it back in behind the net of Seattle. Now Basanta with the puck, puts it behind the net again. Stenholm steps out in front, sends it across, and could not find the connection for the shot as Schuckman had stepped down low. Battle behind the net, out into the corner. Trying to break it out is Seattle, but stopped there at the line by Carruthers. Now into the neutral zone. Jensen with the puck. He takes it behind his own net, skates it out, carries it into the neutral zone with a burst of speed, and is going to put it into the Seattle end as Wenatchee goes for the change. Seattle's able to send it towards the Wenatchee end. Jensen's going to be there to collect it. He takes it behind his own net, 13:50 to play in the first period. And gets it into the mid-ice where Littler's going to pick it up. He's got Yates on his right and sends it over towards Flynn. Flynn can't get it through the defense, goes back in behind the corner. Yates trying to step it up, takes a hit for his efforts, and out with it comes Flynn towards the defense. Shot taken by Brooks, deflected off the leg pad of number 11 for Seattle, and it's going to go to mid-ice. Flynn taken down into the corner, picked up now by Yates. And we're going to have a penalty as Kyle Flynn is called for, I believe, the interference down in the right corner, and that'll be the first penalty of this game. 13:15 left in the first period. Can't see, the referee has his back. It's a hold and not an interference. It's a holding call on Flynn. And we'll have a neutral zone face-off with Wenatchee on the penalty kill for 2 minutes. McCarriger steps in. Take the face-off. He'll be facing up against Wenatchee's ball as the puck goes down. Goes to Seattle. They're going to carry it back into the neutral zone. That's Warham with the puck. Warham steps across into the Wenatchee end. Puck down in the corner where I have a little bit of less visibility as Bovey reaches in. as there's a battle on the left side of the net. And the whistles are blowing. Is this? As I believe the puck was caught up in Bovey's blocker, and it is. And we'll have a left circle face-off. 1:43 left in the power play for Seattle. 12:58 left in the first period of this 0-0 game. Littler in for the face-off. Goes back into the corner, picked up by Jensen, who sends it down behind the net of Seattle. And another inadvertent icing call. Littler's going to step in as we go to the face-off after the inadvertent play. Comes back to Jensen. Jensen with the shot, goes off of Laux and taken by Littler behind the net. Shot by Littler is deflected, and Seattle's going to go the other direction. Through mid-ice, they send it in deep. Bovey's going to put it into his glove and then consider dropping it out towards Carruthers, but holds on still for the face-off in the Wenatchee end. 12:37 to go in the first period. 1:22 left in the power play for the Thunderbirds. Littler's going to go up against 19 Alonso for the faceoff. Comes back towards Wenatchee. Wenatchee at mid-ice. Has it intercepted by Warham, and Warham's going to carry it into the Wenatchee end. Puck is deflected back towards Seattle. Coming back to get it is Alonso. Alonso's going to turn around with Johnson on the forecheck. Now Laux with it, gets a round ball. Laux carries it in. Falls down from the corner. I don't know if there was anybody there, as I can't see some of it, but the puck is taken by Seattle up to the point. Now into the circle. Alonso sends it to the middle, and Ball is going to get it off the rebound and send it into the neutral zone. 38 seconds left in the power play as Johnson sends it down to the Seattle end, and Wenatchee is going to get a change. Bringing it out is Seattle. Shaw has it. Pressure by Littler as he steals the puck, comes up in front and puts one in, and Jimmy Vlaho is able to cover it up and sends it right back out, and Seattle's going to go down to the other end with numbers. Shot taken, deflected off to the right by Bovey. Now up towards the point, picked up by Martin. Martin's going to send it down deep. 3 seconds left in the power play as a shot comes from the points, deflected into Littler. Littler's going to step up, sends it to Yates. Now to 5-on-5 hockey as Yates sends it across towards Flynn. Flynn with the shot off of Shaw's leg pad and will retreat back in towards the point. Pass sent up. Hodgson can't keep it in, and he's going to have to chase it down in the neutral zone. Picked up there by number 8, I believe 9, by Seattle, and now Wells gets it, sends it right into Seattle, who puts it behind the net. Bovey goes and corrals it. Hodgson's on the defense. Now it has Wells. He sends it back to Hodgson. And across Ball with the puck. Good play by Seattle as Graham takes it from Ball and sends it back to the Wenatchee end. Big hit by McCarriger on Brooks behind the net, but Wenatchee's going to keep control. Yates now on the right side looking. He's got Ball, steps forward, makes a move, and Shaw separates him from the puck and gets it out into the neutral zone. Wunschel now taking it. Has it taken back from him by Laux, but quickly goes into the Seattle end. Brooks chasing it down, sends it to his partner. I believe that's Laurentis. Take that back, it's Wunschel. And Wunschel sends it back deep into the Seattle end. Picked up quickly. And sent into the neutral zone where Stenholm grabs it and puts it back into the Seattle end. We're just going back and forth here through the neutral zone as now it goes into the Wenatchee end and Carruthers is going to have it. Picked up in front of the blue line by Seattle. Now Wenatchee is going to take it into the neutral zone. Again, Warham sends it back to Wenatchee's end. Behind the Wenatchee net, goes into the right corner. Out with it's going to come Jensen. He sends it towards Cathy. Cathy takes it to the neutral zone. Passes it into Stenholm. Stenholm takes the top of the circle. Sent across the middle, just behind Kimberly, and back in the neutral zone we go. Sent in deep, off of Laha's stick towards the left. Now along the boards, kept in by Hodgson. Hodgson sends it in deep to the right side. Kimberly with the puck right in the circle, takes it back towards the corner, comes up, and Wells is going to have to retreat as Seattle's got an opportunity. Good play by Hodgson, and he's going to take the penalty as McCarriger puts him to the ice as he's trying to get it out, and he's going to go to the box for the cross check with 8:29 left to play in the first period. Seattle's first penalty, and Wenatchee's going to bring out their power play team. The score's still 0-0 halfway through the first period as Littler steps into the circle to go against Alonso, and the puck's going to go back to Wenatchee. Wenatchee in their zone trying to find an outlet. Has dropped back from Jensen to Yates. Yates out now with the puck. Makes a move on Graham. Comes across the middle. Steps across the blue line. Battle up on the corner. Out with it comes Wenatchee as Shuckman gets it. Gives it to Flynn. Flynn steps over to the circle trying to get it back into Shuckman and has it taken by Shaw. Shaw skating down into the Wenatchee end. Takes a shot deflected out in front and into the corner. Seattle again puts it on the back behind the Wenatchee net. Jensen's there to grab it. He skates it forward, has poke check by Laux and kept in the Wenatchee end. He's going to have to retreat once again. 1:05 left in the penalty. Littler now across through the zone to Shuckman. Shuckman steps up towards the top of the circle, turns around, gives it back towards Yates. Yates to Carruthers. And top of the circle for Flynn, and then back to Carruthers. Carruthers takes a shot, blocked by number 13 for Seattle, and they'll have to reset at the top of the circle, top of the blue line. Shot taken off the midsection of Laha by Yates, and Seattle puts it back into the Wenatchee end. 30 seconds left in the power play. Hodgson with the puck. He carries it across from behind the net, sends it over towards Ball. Ball's going to carry it into the Seattle end. Shot taken, deflected off towards the left by Laux. And in the top of the circle is Cathy. Cathy moves it up to the point. Stepping up is Carruthers. He takes a shot off of Laha. Second shot goes off and between his legs, but off to the right. Good plays by Valaha to keep that puck out of the net as Hodgson now has it. Gives it to Johnson. Hodgson at the point. Goes to the other point to Carruthers. Carruthers trying to send it down low. Finds Ball. Seattle able to put it back into the corner. We're in 5-on-5 hockey with 6 minutes left to play in the first. Wenatchee puts it into mid-ice. Kimberly has it. Gives it to Cathy. Cathy sends it in deep. Laurentis keeping the puck in the zone. Now drops it into the corner. And we're going to have another penalty here. As I believe Kimberly's going to go to the box for the boarding. That looks to be the call. And Wenatchee will be on the penalty kill once again with Kimberly's penalty at 5:24 left in the first. And they're going to call that one a 2 and a 10. So Kimberly's going to be in the box for 10 minutes as Stenholm goes to take the 2 minutes for him. And we'll have a right circle face-off in the Wenatchee end. Littler in to take it. For Wenatchee. Comes back to Seattle. Shaw has it just inside the blue line. Sends it over to Laux. Laux steps up, takes a shot off of Schuckman. Or excuse me, Laurentis. And the next second one's deflected off of Wunschel. Shaw taking it after the hand pass comes in. Wunschel's trying to get it out, but Shaw's able to get it back in deep. Now we're in a battle on the right corner. Comes out behind the net. Another battle, this time behind the net. Out with it. It's going to come Seattle. Shot off of Flynn's feet. Goes over back into the corner. Wunschel now is trying to get to it. Out with it comes Wenatchee, and they're able to send it all the way down. 1:03 left in the power play for Seattle with 4:24 left in the first period. This 0-0 game. Seattle behind the net, looking to bring it out. And Martin's going to carry it all the way from end to end and gets to the top of the circle. Shot by 91 for Seattle is deflected off to the left by Bovey, and Wenatchee's going to send it the other end. Blaha's got to put a stick on it, and we'll send it into the zone towards the neutral zone, and Jensen's going to grab hold of it and send it right back down. 25 seconds left in the power play for Seattle as Shaw's going to gather it in from behind the net and start to head the other direction. McCarriger with it, gives it over to Alonso, and then back to Warham at the point. Top of the circle, Shaw with it, deflected by Jensen and sent just inside the blue line for another shot, picked up by Ball. Johnson with the puck, taken from him by Warham, and we're at 5-on-5 hockey. McCarriger with an opportunity, blocked out in front by Jensen, and a shot goes in and off the crossbar and up. I believe that was by Alonso, but I didn't catch the number as Wenatchee's going to send it all the way down for the icing to take a break on a great opportunity by Seattle that goes off the crossbar and up behind the net. 3:05 left to go in the first period of this 0-0 game for the state championship of Washington in the U16 Tier 1 division. Littler steps in. He's going to take the face-off for Wenatchee. And the puck comes out and is controlled by Flynn. Flynn wraps it around the board, trying to find Yates. Out to the neutral zone, picked up by Warham. Warham sends it back in, but can't get it into the Wenatchee end. But Laux finally makes it up for him and puts it behind the net. Gathered in by Brooks. Brooks puts it in the neutral zone, looking for Flynn. Flynn trying to get it, find someone to pass to, has it deflected off Seattle, looking for Wells. Wells picks it up, takes it in the zone, top of the circle, sends it across the middle and hits Yates in the leg with it. Now it comes up, back towards Blaha, into the corner. Laux with it, hits Wells in the neutral zone, and Wells just drops it right back into the Seattle end. Graham for Seattle takes it back behind the net, trying to get it to Laux. Laux puts it off the board, up towards Flora. And it goes back to Flynn, just inside the zone. Yates now at the puck, takes a shot, deflected off to the left, picked up by Yates behind the net. Yates has it slapped away into the neutral zone. Warham giving chase. He gets it over to Hodgson. Hodgson puts it in the neutral zone, touched by Flynn and put to the other end, but he was behind the red line, and that's going to be of icing. Schuckman comes in after the Stenholm's waved off. Puck's going to go back to Seattle. Shaw with the shot, goes wide right. Behind the net, back over to the left board. Put into the neutral zone and gathered in by Seattle. Shaw with it once again, drops it towards the Wenatchee end. Shot taken wide left. Another shot taken. This one bounces off of Carruthers and goes in to the right board. Jensen's going to take it in from Carruthers behind the net. Sends it back towards Carruthers. Carruthers skating forward, finds a long pass towards Basanta. And now we're back in towards Jensen. Now Carruthers. A lot of passing here through the neutral zone and we're in. Now give and go to Carruthers. He carries it behind the net. Jensen can't hold it in on the blue line. They're going to have to retreat. And we're going to get a whistle for the offsides as Jensen was trying to get it into the Seattle end. So the puck off to the faceoff goes back to Wenatchee. Dropped in deep, picked up immediately by Warham. Warham takes a look, turns around. Into the neutral zone, finding number 13 for Seattle. Puck's taken by Littler. Littler gets it over towards Yates. Yates on the left side, crosses the line. He's got Littler on the right, drops it to Flynn. Flynn with the shot right into the midsection of Blaha as he gets another save with 20.3 seconds left in the first period. Littler on the faceoff. Both players have been waved out as they're trying to get a jump on the drop. Yates comes in for Littler, comes back towards Wenatchee, picked up by Carruthers. Now behind the net, Warham with it, trying to wrap it out. Jensen holds the line to Yates at the top of the circle, over to Carruthers on the other circle. Shot is deflected in on a terrific play by Littler as he was in the air on Carruthers' shot. Jumps in the air, drops it down past Blaha for the first goal with 6.8 seconds left in the first. Scored that one, Jensen. Carruthers with the goal by Littler on a beautiful play to score the first goal of this contest. Face-off after the goal is taken by Seattle. Lonzo carries it towards the line, gets the shot off, deflected off to the left, and that's the end of the first. With a deflection goal by, a redirection goal by Littler, the only scoring of the period as Wenatchee takes a 1-goal lead in this state championship contest. And we're back after the intermission for the start of the second period as Littler steps in to take the face-off. He's going to go up against McCarriger as Seattle's going to take control of the puck. Enters the neutral zone and gets knocked into the Wenatchee bench, I believe. And we'll have another face-off. 8:23 left in the first half of the second period. We'll stop at after 8.5 minutes to have an ice cleaning. So we'll call this the first half of the second period as second face-off goes to Wenatchee. Carruthers sends it to Jensen. Jensen trying to tap it in and has McCarriger for Seattle tend them the other direction. Now Carruthers gets it towards Flynn. Flynn retreats. Finds Jensen, who stepped up from his defensive slot, drops it towards Yates. Yates moves it back in behind the net, trying to find an opening, and cannot. All the way back into the Wenatchee end. Carruthers is going to come pick it up. Flynn with the puck. Moves it through the neutral zone, had a little traffic there, but is able to get it into the Seattle end. Now up against the board. Warham is able to lift it up, but can't get it by Carruthers, and it's dropped in behind the Seattle net and gives chase back into the corner where I cannot see. Battle going on there. And something happened. I believe the puck went out of play as I saw a head lift up, and we get a whistle and we'll have a face-off in the Seattle end. 7:14 to play in the first half of the second period. In this 1-0 game with the Wenatchee Wilderness leading the Seattle Thunderbirds. Face-off by Ball goes back into the corner again. Battle is occurring. Sounds like some contact. The puck comes out and is put into the neutral zone and controlled by Wenatchee. Kathy sends it right back in where it's given to him again from Seattle into the neutral zone. Now Seattle with the puck. That's Warham, I believe, as he sends it down into the left corner of Wenatchee. And it's dumped in behind the net, giving chase is Wunschel. Wunchel's going to pick it up in the corner. He skates forward and sends a pass that Warham's going to take, and it's deflected off the left board. Backhand up over the net, now to the right side. And Seattle's able to keep it in, but gives it right up to Lawrences, and a good interception by number 11 for Seattle. Keeps it back into the Wenatchee zone. McCarriger trying to battle towards the net, deflected over to the left by Bovey. Bovey gives it in, but kept by number 91 into the Seattle end. Wenatchee cannot get it out, and then they finally do as Wunschel backhands one up to Johnson, who puts it in the corner so that they can get a change. Bazanta on the forecheck comes towards Seattle from behind the net. Alonso trying to get it in the neutral zone and does. Picked up by Towers and sent in to the right side of the Wenatchee end where Hodgson's going to pick it up. He drops it back towards Wells. Wells is going to move forward. Into the neutral zone is Shuckman's going to take it. Shot lifted and put into the breadbasket of Laha, who easily covers it with 5:28 left to go in the first, in the first half of the second. Little short timeout as the referees are putting some equipment back on the Wenatchee bench as Stenholm steps in for the face-off. Puck comes back into the point. Wenatchee takes a shot, deflected out in front. Now in front of the net again. And Seattle's going to put it, behind the net, picked up immediately by Stenholm. And he shoves one into the blocker of Laha, and it's off to the left. We get a whistle. I believe the net came off the post. That's the second time today that we've had that happen. As Stenholm steps into the left circle for another face-off in the Seattle end. Picked up by Seattle, carried into the neutral zone, and then off a Wenatchee skate as Stenholm will get it again and take a shot that goes left off of the blocker of Laha. Intercepted in the neutral zone by Wells, put up in front into the slot, and off of Laha, who puts it off to the left again. Defense for Seattle lifts the puck up and out of play, and we'll draw a whistle and have another face-off in the Seattle end. Littler comes in now to take the face-off for Seattle. He has Flynn and Yates on the wings. Puck goes down into the corner. And it comes to the point where Carruthers is going to send it to Jensen. Jensen back in front of the point, takes a shot, goes up in the air and out in front, and Seattle is going to get there first. McCarriger sends it into the neutral zone. He finds Laux, who's took a step forward. Jensen on the defense. Laux with a good move, but has the puck taken by Carruthers. Carruthers is going to go the other way. Drops it to Yates. Yates with the shot, deflected by Warham out in front of the net. Warham now coming the other way, finds Laux. Laux to the top of the circle, drops it for Warham, and it's poke checked away by Yates. Now Carruthers has got numbers with Flynn. gives it to Flynn. He's got Carruthers on the right. Flynn into the slot, over to Carruthers, and Carruthers takes a shot wide left. Into the corner, out with it Littler. Littler puts it off of a player and comes out to Yates. Yates from the top of the right circle, across the middle, can't find a player, and Wunsch will come pick it up, takes a shot off the skate of Vlaha to the left. Now battle at the blue line, comes back, lifted behind the net. Warm sends it out to Laux. Laux puts it off the board. Wunschel's going to pick it up and send it right back. After the battle, Seattle's able to send it behind the net. Bovee settles it, picked up there by Brooks. Brooks is going to push it forward, finds Johnson. Johnson off a player and all the way down to the back of the Seattle net. Ball's there. Good play by him to keep the puck in on the forecheck. Cathy gets it, puts it behind the net. Ball's still there with it. Out in front, and Johnson just can't get his stick on it. Shot taken by Wunschel, deflected off to the left, opening for second, but no one from Wenatchee's there to capitalize as it comes down in front of the blue line, and a shot is deflected off to the left, taken by Brooks. Behind the net, picked up by Seattle and sent all the way down to the other end. And they're going to wave off the icing. Brooks has to make a move. Goes behind the net, sends it to Wunschel. Wunschel gets it out towards Schuckman. Schuckman's going to take a look and finds Brooks at who can take it to neutral ice. Immediately picked up by Laux. And there's a battle, but Cathy's able to send it towards Vlaha and get it into the Seattle end. McCarriger with the puck, sends it across, looking for Laux. Good play there by Hodgson. Takes away an opportunity for Seattle. As now we're behind the Wenatchee net. McCarriger is in there at battle. He's got Hodgson. Now Wells with the puck. Wells skating forward and has it stolen from him by Laux. Laux trying to keep it in, gets to McCarriger. And we're going to have a penalty here in just a second as Wenatchee probably going to get called for the trip. And that's the call. And it'll be Schuckman going to the box for 2 minutes with 1:46 left in the first half of the second period on the trip. And Seattle be on the power play once again. Littler in for Wenatchee, and the puck goes to Seattle. Behind the net, Carruthers is there. He lifts it right up into the screen, and we'll have another face-off in this Wenatchee end. Face-off goes to Seattle. As Shaw holds it in on the blue line, picked up by Carruthers, dumped into the other end of the zone. Flynn's on the forecheck as Warham carries it behind the net. Skated out by Warham. Sent in to the Wenatchee end, but he misses the outstretched stick of his teammate, and it's going to go all the way behind the net for the icing, and we'll have a face-off in the Seattle side with 1:18 left to go in the first half of the second period. Ball's going to take the face-off. 1:32 left in the power play for Seattle. Puck drops down straight. Seattle's going to pick it up, skate back into the corner, wrap it around the boards. Stepping up to number 91. He sends it right back in behind the net. Can't see who's got the puck here, but he's going to skate it out with a lot of pressure on him by Ball. Able to get it to the neutral zone. That was Alonso with the puck as it gets sent right back in by Johnson as he puts it Seattle back on their heels. Shaw sends it towards his partner Wolf, but Warham had to come clean it up, I believe, as he gets it into the Wenatchee end, number 13. Good play there by Wunschel. He puts his stick down and blocks the pass on a shooting the Seattle player. Shot from the points wide left, goes to the other board. Shaw with it, steps back to the point. Sends it into the corner, now back to Shaw. Shaw with the shot, and a great play by Wunschel as he lays down and puts his legs on it to block that back out to the top. Now over to the left point, Warren with the puck, top of the circle, just inside the blue line for Shaw. Now on Alonso at the circle, shot taken off of Laurentis, and Wenatchee's gonna send it down to the other end. 12 seconds left in the first half of the second period. I don't know if Seattle will have enough time to get a play on this puck as they skate out from behind the net. Send a long one down to Shaw, it's touched. Laux with an opportunity, takes a shot at the buzzer, it's wide right. And that's the end of the first half of this contest with Wenatchee holding on to a 1-goal lead as we're gonna come into an intermission for an ice cleaning. When we return, there'll be 14 seconds left in the power play for Seattle as we'll finish off this second period. We'll take a little break, about 15 minutes here as they're gonna come and clean the ice. And we'll be back with more state championship action as the Seattle Junior Thunderbirds are taking on the Wenatchee Wilderness and are trying to come back from a 1-goal deficit in this contest. And we've started the second half of the game. Sorry, we've had the video going, but I hit the wrong button on the sound and didn't realize that I wasn't talking to anybody in particular. So we'll get back into the flow as puck's in the neutral zone. Laux is battling there with Littler. And we're gonna get an offsides call on Wenatchee and have a face-off in the neutral zone. Scores 1-0 in favor of the Wenatchee Wilderness in this state championship contest. We're 7:53 left in the second period. As ball steps in to face off against Seattle, and it's going to go back to the Thunderbirds. Thunderbirds stepping in their own zone. That's Shaw. Shaw sends it up through the middle, giving chase is Calora. He's got an opportunity, and he makes a great pass over to 91. And Bovey slides across and is able to get a leg on it and make the save of the day so far in this game. It's Kathy takes it across the blue line. Sent back the other direction by Seattle for the icing, and I'm just gonna have to go back on that play by Bovey as he was pass comes from right to left, and Bovey's there for the shot. Great pass across by Alonso, I believe. And Bovey's able to stretch out and go all the way over to the left post and get a foot on it on what was an open net as Seattle takes possession after the faceoff, sends it into the neutral zone where Wunschel's going to get it. Now taken by Calora. Excuse me, Calora was the one that was on that pass as Wunschel for Wenatchee takes a pass, gives it to Basanta in the slot, and it's deflected up into the netting. And we have another mistake as I just realized we were on the wide angle, and we're going to narrow this down and actually be able to see this. I hope got a good view of Bovey's stop there as we've tightened up. McCarriger in for the faceoff, goes into the corner where Jensen's going to send it in deep. Taken in there initially by Seattle, put it in the neutral zone. And now Yates is going to give it back towards Jensen, now to Flynn. Flynn carries it in. A good move by him as he gets it down into the corner. It's behind the net. Flynn sends it over to the point. Jensen sends it to Carruthers. Carruthers from the other circle, deflected out in front by Bowers. And Littler with it back in the corner. Alonso's able to put it off the board to the neutral zone, picked up quickly by Jensen and sent in deep. Seattle sends it all the way down the other end, draws the icing call, and with 6:12 left to play in the second period, of this 1-0 contest. We're going to go back to the Seattle end and have a face-off in the left circle. Ball steps in to take the face-off for Wenatchee, drops back into the corner, picked up by Seattle. Now there's a battle in an area I can't see, and it comes out behind the net where Shaw's going to take it. Shaw puts it off the board, kept in by Wells, dropped in again behind the net. There to force Wenatchee is Johnson. Out with it's going to come Wenatchee. I think that's Kathy. Kathy gives it to Johnson, who steps up for the hit. And Wenatchee's going to keep the puck. Brooks holds it in on the blue line. Shot taken, deflected to the left by Valaha. Wrapped around on the board, and bad hop gets it into the neutral zone where Wenatchee's going to take control. Kathy's got it. He sends it in deep. Right corner, Shaw against Johnson. Big hit by both as the puck's dropped in to number 13 for Seattle. Shot deflected into the netting by Laurentis. McCarriger is going to step in for Seattle. Shuckman for Wenatchee as the faceoff goes down and goes right back to Bovey, who has to put a glove on it and draw another whistle. 5:11 to go in the second period. Scores 1-0 in favor of the Wenatchee Wilderness. Stenholm now do the face-off duties against McCarriger. It cops back into the neutral zone. Chasing it down is Paulson. Paulson gives it over to his partner, number 21. Lampman touches it. Hodgson on the defense. Gets back into the corner. Puts the puck up towards Basanta, but can't get it through. Pass towards the middle is blocked and taken in by Jensen, and it's sent across into the neutral zone where Stenholm's going to grab it. Stenholm crosses the line, but does a little puck dribbling, and Wenatchee's forwards are going to be a step too fast, and he'll draw the offsides with 4:46 left to play in the second period. Now on the face-off duties will be McCarriger and Littler. Puck's going to go back to Seattle. McCarriger with it, sends it through the neutral zone, picked up by Carruthers. He drops it into was going to drop it into the Seattle end, but again, Wenatchee's going to be offsides. Littler going into the face-off circle. Comes back this time to Wenatchee, picked up by Jensen. Jensen wraps it around the board behind the net. Comes out to the point. Carruthers has got it, takes a step over, and then sends it back into the corner. Behind the net now, Littler comes out with it. And it's taken to him and taken from him, and Laux is going to have it going the other way. Laux crosses. He's got Graham on the right. Warham in the middle. Gets up to the blue line. Shot taken by Paulson, put down into the corner. Battle in the corner. Out with it comes Wenatchee as Flynn gets it. Pushes it towards Littler. Littler's got Yates on the right. Good poke check there by Warham. Sends it the other direction. But right back into the neutral zone we go. Nope, Seattle's going to get it. Warham sends it towards Graham. Carruthers brings it up out of the corner, and Jensen's going to grab hold. Carruthers sends it to Jensen again. Jensen trying to get it out of the zone, and he's able to get it to Yates. Yates on the left side. Can't get past McCarriger, and it's going to go back into the Wenatchee end as Alonso with the shot. Puts it right off the face piece of Bovey and up into the netting. McCarriger for Seattle. Ball for Wenatchee as McCarriger drops it up, gets a shot, it goes wide left. Now it's Wenatchee with an opportunity, sends it the other way. Goes all the way into the left side, into the corner. Out with it comes Seattle. They take it into the neutral zone. That'll be Lampman, and it's quickly taken by Brooks and heads the other way. Brooks looking for ball, can't make the connection, and we'll get the icing call with 2:57 left to go in the second period. 1-0 continues to be the score, with Wenatchee holding on to a slim lead, as we'll be in the left circle of the Wilderness for this face-off. Stepping in's ball, McCarriger for Seattle. Comes back out, touched by Wenatchee and put up on the board. Johnson puts it into the neutral zone. Martin's going to give chase for Seattle and puts it right back. Wells on the defense. He carries it, gets it into the Seattle end where they take control and put it back the other direction. Now we're into the Wenatchee end. Ball's going to chase it down. He's up against the board, and it gets back into the neutral zone where Johnson's going to give it to Carey. Carey's going to step across, takes the shot through the legs of Shaw, and just off to the right. I believe Vlaha put a little bit of a glove on it as we're now behind the net with Kathy has the puck. Put out towards the top of the circle, shots wide left. Into Grabich, Johnson, he puts it back to Wunschel, Wunschel right back to Johnson. Again, Wunschel, he sends a shot in, it's deflected, good stop by Vlaha. Is that puck redirected at least once on its way through from just inside the circle, or just the blue line of Wunchel's shot, and Vlaha still able to get a glove on it and draw the whistle. 2:05 to play in the second period. Face-off goes in, gathered up by Wenatchee. Now behind the net, Yates is going to step in and pick it up. Sends it out, has it taken by Shaw. Or excuse me, that's Graham. I thought it was Shaw. Now Seattle at mid-ice sends it across to the other end. Laux with the puck, stops, takes a shot, deflected off to the left by Bovey and picked up by Laurentis. Laurentis looking for Wunschel. Wunschel now in a battle in the corner. Out with it is Flynn. Flynn trying to get it through, can't get it past Graham, and Graham's going to go to the neutral zone and hand off to his defense. Paulson sends it across to his partner. Partner's going to step up. That'll be Warham, and now out front is Littler. Littler takes it into the Seattle end, top of the circle, shot taken right into the breadbasket of Vlaha, and he's able to cover it with 1:14 to play in the second period. Stenholm steps in to go up against McCarriger for this faceoff. Right circle, comes out to Wenatchee, back to the point. Wells has it, drops it in deep, wraps around behind the net, into the left corner. Out with it comes Seattle. Alonso with the puck. Alonso steps across the blue line, makes a move, shot taken from the top of the circle right into the chest protector of Bovey, and he draws the whistle on the other end. 57.8 seconds left in this second period of the 1-0 score, with Wenatchee leading Seattle. McCarriger in for the faceoff for the Thunderbirds. Ball's going to take it for the Wilderness. Puck comes straight down on the circle. Underneath, ball out with it's going to come Wenatchee. Carruthers sends it toward Johnson. Johnson comes back to Kathy. Poke check there by Shaw, puts it back into the neutral zone. Ball with a hit right at the blue line on Bowers, puts him on the ice. No whistle on that as Shaw picks it up on the Wenatchee end and dumps it in. Shaw again with the puck, drops it out in front towards Bowers. Bowers steps up towards the top of the circle, drops it into Martin. Martin with the shot, deflected by Kathy and picked up by Wenatchee. 24 seconds left as Kathy moves through the middle of the Seattle zone. Shot taken, deflected out in front by Vlaha and then put off the left side. Sent all the way down to the other end by Seattle for the icing, and we'll have a Seattle end face-off with 12.6 seconds to play in the second period. Cade Littler's going to step in for this face-off. He's going to go up against number 13 for Seattle. Shaw takes it off the face-off and drops it off the board, trying to get it out of the zone and can't. Now Seattle, that'll be Littler with the puck. He turns around, tries to get a shot. Sorry, that was Kyle Flynn. And Jensen's going to chase it back to the Wenatchee end as the buzzer sounds for the end of the second period. So we'll take a brief intermission and coaches will give direction before we start the third period of this 1-0 contest between the Seattle Thunderbirds and the Wenatchee Wilderness, as the Wilderness hold on to a 1-goal lead in this state championship playoff game. And we're back after the coach's intermission. Start of the third period of this 1-0 contest between the Wenatchee Wilderness and the Seattle Thunderbirds. Wenatchee with the lead as we start the third period. Coming in is Littler to take the face-off with Calora from Seattle. Seattle takes the face-off, comes back into their zone. Warren with the puck, sends it deep in towards number 6. Comes up through the middle, an opportunity, can't make the connection as we go back into the left corner. Out with it comes Seattle. Backhanded shot deflected off the defense in front of the net, and Jensen's going to go the other way. Can't get it out as Seattle will come up with it off the board, and out in front, Yates now has it. Goes to the neutral zone. Littler's going to skate through it. Yates now with it, top of the circle. Yates steps up, and puts it right into the leg pads of PNAHA for the whistle. 16:27 left in regulation of this contest for the state championship of Washington in the PNAHA League. Both these teams will be in the district playoff in Tacoma in 2 weeks, but this is for the state title, and we're going to have a battle, it looks like, through the third period as the faceoff goes to Seattle and out into the neutral zone. Stenholm now with the puck in the neutral zone, sends it back to his defense. Wells picks it up from Hodgson and steps up into the Seattle end, back up off the board. Now at the circle, behind the net is Stenholm. Stenholm trying to wrap it around. Good defense by Seattle to stop that play, and we're going to get a whistle as soon as, looks like it's going to be as soon as Wenatchee touches the puck. Seattle steps up, comes in, and draws the whistle. And we're going to have a high stick against Wenatchee, and that'll be against Basanta. And he's going to go to the box for 2 minutes on the high sticking with 15:50 left in the third. So face-off in the Wenatchee end after the high sticking penalty was Littler steps in with McCarriger for the face-off, comes down into the circle, and Wenatchee's going to control it as Littler dumps it off the board and gives chase. He's against Warham. Warham's able to get a stick on it, and Seattle's going to go the other direction. Shot taken from the top of the circle off the post and to the right, up into Flynn's headgear as he pushes it through the neutral zone. McCarriger finally getting there, gives it to Warham. Warham puts it up front to Laux. Laux gives it to Graham, and Graham puts a shot up off of Bovey into the left. Seattle still with the puck. 15:15 left in the third. 1:24 left in the power play. As McCarriger at the top of the circle dumps it back towards Calora. Calora with back to McCarriger. McCarriger chips one in from the circle, and it goes off the board and to the left. Wenatchee's able to send the puck all the way towards the other end. PNAHA passes it to Bowers, past Flynn, and Seattle on an opportunity as Warham takes a shot. Oh, and they had a good opportunity as Warham's shot is deflected down to the right. They had a man there, and he could not put a stick on it. But they're able to keep it in the Wenatchee end. Now we're going to have a second penalty against Wenatchee for the holding And Zach Johnson's going to go to the box. 42 seconds left in the first penalty at 14:31 left in the third period. And Wenatchee's going to be on a 5-on-3 penalty kill. Great opportunity for the Thunderbirds to tie this up. As they're going to have Littler come in, or Littler's going to come in for Wenatchee for the faceoff. Seattle's going to take it. There's inside the blue line, now at the circle, back to Shaw at the blue line. And Warham tries to take a shot, tipped up by Alonzo, I believe. And Bovey's able to reach up and make the center field catch and draw the whistle. 32 seconds left in the 5-on-3 with 14:21 left in the third period. Laura steps in for Seattle. Littler for Wenatchee on the faceoff, comes back over and is picked up by Jensen and sent along the boards. Worm's going to gather it in, left point. Now he moves up to the slot. Shot taken right into the glove of Bovey. In Calora and Littler on the faceoff. 23 seconds left in the 5-on-3 as the puck goes down towards Littler. Out with it's going to come Littler, and he sends it to the other end. 15 seconds left in the 5-on-3 as Blaha does a good move, sends it straight up. And Calora comes out in front, pokes one towards Bovey, and he's going to put a glove on it and draw the whistle. 5 seconds in the 5-on-3. 1:23 left in the second penalty with 13:54 left in the third period. Ball with the face-off for Wenatchee this time. Seattle jumps it into the neutral zone on a misplayed pass, and we're now on a 5-on-4 power play. Ball with the pressure on Shaw as he comes out from behind the net. Shaw carries it into neutral zone. Now he's past mid-ice and into the Wenatchee end. Top of the circle. Gives it up to number 91 and back to Shaw. Out into the neutral zone. Seattle's going to have to reset. 54 seconds left in the power play for the Thunderbirds. Stepping across the blue line now. Deflected towards Wells. Wells sends it all the way to the other end, and Vlaha's going to pick it up and settle it down for Shaw behind the net. Shaw takes a look. Steps out. Yates on the forecheck. Laux with the puck now. Gives it back to Shaw. Shaw into the neutral zone. Sends one across over towards Warham and number 9 for the Thunderbirds, and it gets wrapped around behind to the left side. A big hit. All I saw was skates come up, and we're going to draw a whistle as Shaw's going to take the penalty. And I haven't seen what the call is. It's going to be for the elbow. As Shaw stepped up in front of the blue line and delivered a big blow on the left board, and he's going to sit for 2 minutes on that. 18 seconds left in the Wenatchee penalty. As we'll be 4-on-4 hockey for 18 seconds, and then Wenatchee will be on the power play after the Shaw penalty for the Thunderbirds. Laux in for the faceoff. Yates in for Wenatchee as Laux is able to control it and send it in deep. From behind the net is Jensen as he moves, waiting to get the one-man advantage. He sends it back to Carruthers, and now Wenatchee's on the power play. Comes out, Jensen's going to send it to the neutral zone. Flynn's got it. Cross to Yates. Now Littler's going to chase it down into the corner. Littler puts a pass in off the leg pad of Martin, and now it's out in front. Jensen with the shot. It goes just over the net. Battle in front, and Carruthers is trying to get an opportunity, but Vlaha shuts him down. Back into the corner, Flynn with the puck. Sends it out towards Yates on the left side, and now in front of the blue line with Jensen. Littler with it in the circle, sends it across, and he had Flynn, but Flynn can't turn the corner on the shot and Seattle's going to send it back the other direction. 58 seconds left in the Wilderness power play. Jensen again with the puck behind the net. He gives it up to Wells and skates off for the change as Wells skates it out. Sends it over to Flynn. Flynn crosses the blue line, loses it off the referee, but kept in by Ball. Ball sending it deep. And we're going to get a whistle. And I'm not sure what the call was. Thinking it might be because of an injury, but I thought I saw him say hand pass, but I can't quite see what the call was, but we'll have a left circle face-off in the Seattle Thunderbird end. Ball's going to take it for the Wilderness. And McCarriger for Seattle as Wenatchee is going to come away with it and take it back to the blue line. Shot taken by Cathy. Goes right into PNAHA's midsection, and he covers it for the whistle. And we'll have another face-off left circle. Ball steps in, McCarriger steps in. Puck comes down, controlled by Wenatchee. Wells with it, just inside the blue line, sends it to the point. Stepping up is Cathy. Now over to Hodgson. Hodgson at the top of the circle, sends it across. Top of the circle for Cathy. Shot taken, and easy save for PNAHA. And we'll take a face-off again in the Seattle end with 10 seconds left in the power play for the Wilderness. One more time, we're going to have Ball. So he steps into the circle. Puck comes down. This time Seattle's going to control it. Wrapped around the boards into the neutral zone. Chasing it is Hodgson. He picks it up, skates, drops it back towards Wells. Wells is going to move up towards Johnson. Johnson carries it in. Johnson sends one across the front of the net. No one can get there to make the shot, and Ball's going to pick it up on the blue line, and Seattle's going to put it into the neutral zone. Wells has it. Now Seattle, that's Shaw. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Into the Wenatchee end. And Wells is going to go the other way. So he carries it across mid-ice to the top of the circle. Now behind the net, Warham on the defense. He takes the puck. Sent into the neutral zone, and Kalara's got an opportunity, but Bovey comes out and puts a stick on it and shuts down the breakaway attempt for Kalara. Wells with the puck in the Wenatchee end. Shuckman touches it, puts it into Seattle where it's picked up by Warham. Warham's going to pass it towards Laux in the neutral zone, and they're going to give chase. Bovey steps out, lifts it up, and back into the neutral zone. 29 for Seattle. Gives it to Martin. Martin gives it to Kalara, and Kalara sends it in deep, and he'll still draw the icing, as he was on mid-ice when he took the pass towards the Wenatchee end. 9:37 left in the third period of this 1-0 contest, with Wenatchee holding on to the lead. Littler will come in with the face-off duties. He'll go against McCarriger for the Thunderbirds. Puck comes down to Wenatchee. Wunschel in control. He puts it off the board, sends it in behind the net. Littler there with McCarriger. Littler sends it out in front. Now in front of the blue line, he gives it up to Seattle. Lauxhau has the puck. He carries it in, takes a look, stops, steps up, takes a shot. It's going to go off of Wunschel. Second shot is blocked to the left by Bovey, and Wenatchee's going to take the control. Laux initially has it, taken by Yates. Yates now into the slot, drops to Littler. Littler with the shot. It goes off of Yates' foot, and Yates is going to stay down. Yates is experiencing some ankle issues from 2 weeks ago in Massachusetts, and that may have gone off that sore ankle as a shot taken by Seattle at the top of the circle is deflected by Bovey to the left side. Jensen with it, long pass over to Flynn. Flynn crosses the blue line, sends it towards Johnson, can't make the connection. Kalora with the puck, gives it to Alonso. Alonso carries it, sends it back to Kalora, but it's deflected, and Wenatchee gets it into the neutral zone. That's Carruthers, I believe. Cathy with the puck. Now ball's going to carry it in. Lots of defense by Warham. And we're going to have a penalty as Seattle touches the puck. So we'll see what the call is. As Alonso's going to go into the box with the holding at 8:22 left in the third period. So Wenatchee's going to bring their power play team in of Littler, Schuckman, Yates, Flynn, and Jensen. As McCarriger steps in with Laux for the face-off. Puck goes directly underneath him, and it's picked up by Yates, but the whistle's drawn. And even though the puck was free, the whistle's blown, and we now have a center ice face-off. Littler and McCarriger will go up against each other once again. Puck's knocked back into Wenatchee in. Bovey settles it, picked up by Jensen. Jensen skates forward into neutral ice, drops it towards Yates. Yates trying to send it across, can't get it through McCarriger. And the puck's going to go back into the Wenatchee end. Jensen with it, long pass towards Yates. Yates across towards Flynn. Flynn's going to step onto the left side, top of the circle. Dumps it towards Schuckman. Schuckman towards Littler. Littler tries to backhand one in, and he's turned away, and the puck goes into the neutral zone. Jensen now with it. Flynn to Yates. Yates at the circle. Now back to Flynn. Flynn up to Jensen. Jensen takes a look and gives it right back to Flynn. Again, Jensen with it just inside the blue line. Over towards Yates. Yates steps across, tries to get it to Flynn, and deflected in the middle. Stops an opportunity for a shot for Flynn. Now Jensen again from the point, back to Flynn at the top of the circle. One-timer deflected off to the right by Jensen. And Littler now to Flynn. Flynn steps up, shot taken. Closed up by PNAHA, and Laux takes it with his glove and just puts it into the neutral zone. 29 seconds left in the power play as Shaw puts one out of play, almost into the stands, and we'll have a face-off in the Seattle Thunderbird end with 6:47 left to play. Face-off by Ball. Comes back to Seattle. Cathy with it. He drops it off to Hodgson. Hodgson sends it over to Carruthers. Carruthers drops it into the circle. Cross. Good play there by Warham as he's able to deflect the pass coming across the middle. Now at the top of the circle, Carruthers with the shot. Blocked off to the left by PNAHA, and now at the top of the circle again. Another shot. This one knocked on by Martin into the corner. But out with it's going to come Carruthers as he's trying to find a way in. And the second shot by Ball is stopped by PNAHA. Now we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. 6:15 left to play in the third. Shot by Seattle is off the leg pad of Bovey and put into the corner. Carruthers with it behind the net. Gives it to Hodgson. Hodgson's going to take a look up to Johnson. Johnson loses control of the puck. McCarriger's going to take it at the blue line. And a good play there by Carruthers, turns it the other direction. Cathy just inside the blue line, sends it into the corner. He's going to go for the change. Now on the forecheck will be Stenholm as Seattle gives it to Shaw, trying to get it out. McCarriger with it in the neutral ice. Good play there by Schuckman, turns it the other direction, and Seattle's going to have to start over once again. Nothing happening there as Brooks is going to pick it up in the neutral zone, send it to Wells. Wells drops it into Seattle end, and they immediately put it back towards Wenatchee. all the way down to Bovee. Bovee puts it quickly back up, and Wenatchee's going to be on the offense as Shuckman has it taken away from him by Wolf. Wolf dumps it in. Pass is taken by Wenatchee, but Laux going to come in and take it from Wenatchee on the blue line and put it behind the Wenatchee net. Corner battle in the right end. Out with it comes Seattle. They try to put it across the net and can't. And when Brooks for Wenatchee is going to dump it into the Seattle end. Seattle quickly puts it in neutral zone. 4:35 left in the third. 1-0 is the score as Blaha dumps it towards Warham on the left end. Warham trying to find Laux. Crosses into the Wenatchee end. Laux carries it behind the net. Back into the corner. Calora with it. Gives it back to Laux. Laux looking at the front. Can't find a man, and it'll come out into the neutral zone. Yates with the puck. Yates crossing on the right side. He's got Flynn. Sends it to Flynn, but it passes behind him. And Flynn can't get to body turned around for a shot. Now again back to the neutral zone. Graham loses it, and it's dumped back into neutral ice where Shaw's going to come off the bench and take control. Shaw trying to pass it. I believe it comes off the referee and bounces into the Seattle bench, and we'll have a Seattle zone face-off with 3:42 left to play in the third period. Ball with the face-off. He's going to go against McCarriger. Puck comes out, grabbed by Johnson and put in the corner. Seattle taking it through the neutral zone, and Alonso loses control of the puck, and Carruthers. A lot of physicality there at the blue line, and out with it's going to come Jensen. He sends it back towards Carruthers. And another hit. There's just people going against the boards all over the ice now as Jensen takes the puck and sends it in the neutral zone where Kathy's going to have it, trying to get it back towards Jensen. And Johnson now has it top of the circle. Johnson with the shot off the stick of Vlaha sent to the left. Knocked into the neutral ice, and we're going to have another penalty. And Alonso's going to go to the box with the block in the back, it sounds like. We check the signal once more. And that's the call. With 2:52 left in the third period, Alonso is going to go to the bench, go to the box with the block in the back. Power play team. Oh, it's a 2 and a 10, so Alonso's going to be done for 10 minutes as Lampman goes in to cover the 2-minute penalty. And the face-off by Littler comes back into Wenatchee. Now it's Yates with the top of the circles, gives it to Jensen. Jensen with the shot off of Laux's feet, and coming the other way is Graham. Graham with a shot from the circle comes off the elbow pad of Bovee, and Yates is going to take it. Yates sends it up towards Littler. Littler's going to cross into the zone. Takes the shot, deflected by Martin, and back into the left corner. Yates is there. Gives the puck to Littler behind the net. Now Yates again looking. Littler comes in, tries to wrap it across, and the first shot is blocked by Vlaha, and the second one's wide right, just wide right, as now Jensen has it, gives it to Yates on the at the circle, and it comes in, and a great stop as Carruthers one-times it, and Vlaha's just able to put a glove on it and lift it over the net. Flynn now with a long pass comes in, and he's almost all alone. Warren's going to come make a play. And Seattle's going to take it into the zone as Warren makes two good moves past Wenatchee players to get the shot, and Bovee comes and drops it right down in front and makes the cover. 1:42 left to play in the third with 51 seconds left in the power play for the Wilderness. After the whistle comes the face-off. It's going to go back into the left-hand corner. Chasing it down is Hodgson. Hodgson from behind the net. And he's got everybody skating back. Sends a pass to Ball. Ball's going to move to center ice. Gives it to Johnson. Johnson steps up. Takes a look. Back into the corner. Now to Hodgson. Hodgson goes across to Wells. Cathy with it. And stolen by Wenatchee. And a good play by Wells. Stops Bowers from a breakaway. Stepping up is Johnson. Johnson gives it back to Cathy. Cathy moves across. 8 seconds left in the power play. And when Seattle puts it off the board and all back into Wenatchee in. 50 seconds left in third period as Littler comes out. He's got the puck. Sends back into the corner. Let's see if they pull Vlaha. And Vlaha's coming off the ice as Kalora moves up toward middle ice. Dumps it off the board. And Wunschel gets there to pick it up. 30 seconds to play. Kalora with the puck. Defended by Wenatchee. Jensen now coming out from behind the net. He's got the puck. He holds it up against the board. Battle ensues. Let's see who comes out with it. It's going to be Shaw. Shaw tries to take a shot. Deflected by Yates into the corner. 15 seconds to play. Puck goes up into the air. And Warham grabs it up, and it looks like he threw it into the net. There's a whistle. Let's see what they pull out, what they come up with. So we had a jump ball there in front of the net as Bovey and Warham step up, both reach up to grab it. I think Warren came up with it and throws it into the net. They're going to put it into the right face-off circle. And we'll have a face-off. 10.2 seconds left to play, and Seattle calls timeout to give some instructions, see if they can set up a play to finish this game. And we're back after the timeouts as Littler's going to take the face-off against McCarriger with 10.2 seconds to go. Comes out, and Seattle's going to control it. Warham with a shot from the point, now controlled by Littler. He sends it down, and the empty net shot is put in with 1.2 seconds left by Flynn. Make this a 2-0 contest, and that should be the game for Wenatchee as they're going to take home the Washington State PNAHA Tier 1 U16 Championship with great game by both teams as it'll now finish 2-0. So Seattle steps up. Here'll have Kalora taking the face off. It'll be ball for Wenatchee, and the puck goes down, and that's the end of the game. Wenatchee Wilderness take the state championship from Seattle in a 2-0 victory here in Kennewick, Washington, and they celebrate in front of their net. Well played by the Thunderbirds, as the one goal for Wenatchee was on a terrific deflection. Redirect by Cade Littler that just gets past Andy Vlaha, and that's essentially the difference, as the second goal was Kyle Flynn empty netter. Teams will meet at center ice, and then we'll have the presentation of the awards for the state championship. Both these teams will be going to Pacific Districts in Tacoma in 2 weeks and may very well meet up again in that tournament. And as they take the pictures after the presentation of the medals, we'll go ahead and end this broadcast as the Wenatchee Wilderness take the 2020 State of Washington PNAHA U16 Tier 1 Championship and move on to Pacific Districts in 2 weeks. Congratulations to the Wilderness on a great game. As we'll recap the scoring, Cade Littler on a redirect to start off the scoring, and finished up with an empty netter by Kyle Flynn with about 3 seconds left to play. So final score 2-0 as Wenatchee defeats Seattle Thunderbirds for the 2020 State of Washington PNAHA U16 Tier 1 Championships. Congratulations, Wilderness. We'll talk to you again from Tacoma, Washington in about 2 weeks.